everybody, so I know that I have not posted a video in a very long time on my channel, and I am sorry about that. But I wanted to come on here today to talk about the Free Britney movement and Britney Spears' new memoir that just came out called The Woman in Me. Now, I am going to be 100% open and honest. I have not read the book, and I don't really know much about the Britney movement because I'm not a part of it, but I do kind of want to give my gist of what I think of it from what I've heard on YouTube, from videos that I was just watching and stuff. So I want to say that I think that Britney Spears' fandom is so huge and so generous because of what they did for Britney, like seeing all of the struggles that she was going through, and they decided, you know what, this girl doesn't deserve this and she needs help. She needs to know that her fandom isn't just here because of her music. They're here because of the person that she is, and she needs help. She needs us to be there for her. And the fact that she was in a facility and she didn't even know about the Free Britney movement, and she was actually in the facility when she found out about the Free Britney movement, and this was just before her conservatorship had ended. I think it was a really amazing thing for Britney to realize, that her fans were there with her and they were supporting her no matter what was going on, and they were always going to have her back. And I think that that's a really validating thing for a star like Britney Spears, because Britney Spears has been through hell and back. Like, there's this channel that I watch called Deep Dive, which if you guys haven't heard of them, you should definitely look that channel up. And they did a few videos talking about Britney. It was a huge deep dive about everything. Now, I have not seen all the videos, but I am going to go back and rewatch them. But based on what I heard, Britney Spears grew up in a hellish household. Like, literally, her mother took her drinking when she was just in the 8th grade. Her father was abusive and neglectful. Her own sister didn't have her back when it came to the whole conservatorship situation, which I think is just ridiculous and so heartbreaking that her sister didn't have her back. And I was a huge fan of Jamie Lynn Spears before because I saw her on Zoe 101, and I listened to some of her music and I really loved her music. But now, hearing the way that Jamie Lynn was with Britney when it came to the conservatorship, I think that that's really disgusting that her own sister wouldn't support her like this, And I get it. Jamie Lynn was 17 when all this was going on, so she didn't really know how to really say no to their father and like say, look, I'm gonna stick with my sister, because when you're a teenager, like, you just think that you have to stick by your parents, even if you may sense that what they're doing is hurting somebody that you care about. You always think that they have that person's best interest at heart, not really realizing that they don't actually have that person's best interest at heart. But another thing that I want to talk about is videos that I've also watched that talks about, like, Justin Timberlake and everything like that. I think it is absolutely disgusting that Justin seriously has the audacity to use his breakup with Britney, the fact that he slept with Britney, and all these types of things to slander Britney's name just to give himself more publicity in his career. Honestly, that just shows me that Justin really has no faith in himself or in his career, that he would seriously have to slander another person, a person he claimed to love and care about, in order to gain more publicity. That is just disgusting and completely ridiculous. And the fact that Britney has hidden for over 20 years that because of Justin and him not being ready to be a father, she had to suffer going through an abortion. And then because of the fact that he didn't want the public to know that Britney was pregnant, she had to terminate the pregnancy herself at home with abortion pills. It's just so heartbreaking and just so disgusting thinking of it. Like, me, I've never personally been pregnant. I've never personally had to have an abortion, but I've seen shows and things like that where abortion is portrayed. And yeah, sometimes in shows it's not portrayed accurately, but I can tell from what I've seen that it's a very hard situation to go through. And a lot of women don't even want to go through situations like that. They just feel pressured into doing so. And I feel like that was definitely what Britney was going through when she discovered she was pregnant while she was dating Justin Timberlake. So the fact that Justin didn't say to her, like, okay, this is a big thing, let's talk about this and let's decide if we want to keep the baby, if we want to just give it up for adoption and let this baby be raised by an amazing family, or if we decide that we want to terminate the pregnancy. No, Justin just says, I'm not ready to be a father, and all of a sudden Brittany is like thrown into this whole thing where getting an abortion seems like it's the only thing that she can really do. And even like she says herself that if the decision was left solely up to her, she never would have gone through with an abortion, which I think it just speaks volumes to the relationship between Brittany and Justin. But now that Brittany is officially out of the conservatorship and everything, I really hope that things begin to get better for Brittany, and I really hope that, you know, she's reunited with her children and she's able to finally get back to her normal flow of life, whether she decides that she wants to continue in the industry, continue doing music, or if she has decided that that isn't something she wants to do anymore, that it's entirely up to her. But she definitely deserves to know that she has a bunch of fans, including myself, even though I've never really been a big fan of Britney. It's not because I didn't like her music, it just wasn't really something I was into too much. But I think that she deserves to know that she has a lot of fans that love and support her. And hopefully, now that her conservatorship has ended, hopefully she will finally be able to live the life that she's always wanted to live. Herself and her children, hopefully, they'll finally be able to live a media free life, or at least a more media friendly life. Because obviously, the media has very much painted Britney as a very terrible person, which I think is another thing that is incredibly ridiculous and disgusting. But hopefully now that everything has been cleared up, and hopefully now with this book, people can really start to see Britney for the victim that she actually really is. And hopefully now she can start getting more help for her addictions and for all of the abuse and neglect that she has gone through at the hands of her father and her supposed creative, supportive team, because they were never that to Britney. So hopefully she can finally start getting the help that she needs, and hopefully if she does decide to stay in the industry, she gets another team, one that's incredibly different from the team that she has now. Like, honestly, this really, I have to say this really reminds me of Demi Lovato. And when her documentary came out, Sorry Not Sorry, I think that it just really reminds me of Demi. And the fact that Britney hasn't gotten to the point where Demi got to, I think is just a show of strength. And even with the hell that she's been through, and she's still standing and she's still fighting for her family and for her freedom and for her children, that just shows the amount of strength that Britney has. So I really hope that she's able to get back into her normal flow of life, and she's really able to branch out and be this incredible, whether it's a recording artist, an actress, or if she just decides that the industry is no longer for her and she just wants to live a normal life with her children. That's entirely up to her, but I really hope that she does understand that she does have a lot of people who are supporting her. Anyways, I'm going to end this video here, but I will talk to you guys again soon. Hopefully not so long this time, but bye guys.